chicken it and make her name it gay.
And that is the intro to our next topic, which is the Marvels reportedly cut a scene confirming that Carol Manvers and Valkyrie were diking it up. So I do wonder whether South Park were the reason why they cut it. What do you think?
I don't know. I think a lot of this would have been in stone before the South Park episode.
I mean, they shot Ant-Man. They shot the end to Ant-Man very close, that couple of weeks before it was released. Remember?
Maybe, but at the end of the day, like, they couldn't shoot anything for this movie, so they couldn't really change much. Yeah, well, yeah, they couldn't change much other than what they had there. I just think, I honestly think
this was just dialogue being cut. I genuinely think that they could have done that.
Yeah, but I think what it was because they cut a lot of stuff out of this movie. It could have been that was in it to the last minute and they cut that out. You could be right because of the South Park thing. Very well could be. But I think a big part of it was they were trying to, the whole point, I think, of the recut and pushing it back had everything to do with Barbie. I'm convinced of that now after seeing the movie, after seeing the campaign.
Goofy.
So they tried to kind of push it towards, and they tried to push it towards this girls just want to have fun kind of audience thing with Barbie, and it just didn't work. But again, you're right. That line and all that could have still been in the movie until the very last minute. That could have very well possibly be. But I think there was already kind of things in motion and changes behind the scenes before the South Park episode. I just think the timing of it was horrible for Star Wars or for Lucasfilm and Disney and Marvel in general.
Yeah, I think there was very judicious use of scissoring throughout this film. I think
of the other term, yes.
I think they really dove in and just scissored away until they got rid of all the things that people were calling them out for.
Well, I'm going to say I do think that I do think South Park had a small part to play in it because they got roasted to fuck about everything, and I reckon they went on a bit of a quick cut campaign to cut bits and pieces. I agree that Barbie definitely would have made them change some things because I think that that's when they changed. Was it that they started to change their sort of marketing tactics a little bit as well for the film?
Yeah, and that's where I agree with you. It could have been in the movie until the last minute, and then that's true. The South Park episode could have influenced them to just go snip, snip. Yeah.
Oh, I think there's no question that it inspired a lot of scissors.
Fuck's sake. Well, I mean, this is what was shared. Can we get some toast? Said plot elements that were cut from the Marvels. Kamala wasn't able to take off a bangle and was imprisoned, tortured by Dar-Ben. So a bit darker, I guess. Captain Marvel and Valkyrie were explicitly together in the past. Cut quote, we work better as friends. But Disney decided to remove it because, scissor me timbers, I guess. Who knows? It's what it is. But I just find it funny.
Because honestly, I don't know why they just didn't cut the whole sequence out altogether if they're not going to leave it in. Because nothing.
Yeah, go on.
I don't remember anything coming of that scene, really. Like, they just talk and it's like, move on.
Yeah, the only thing that came from it was that the Skrulls could live in New Asgard. But that gave a new issue because surely Secret Invasion, they could have just all moved to New Asgard anyway.
Yeah. I guess I didn't even catch that part, but yeah.
Yeah, that's basically Valkyrie comes to save them. And it's like, so where's it going to go? Just Asgard then, I guess.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of things that spurs question-wise, like how did she summon the Bifrost to make the trip to the spaceship, and then how did she summon the Bifrost?
How did it just go to the spaceship? It's like a postcode now. It's like dial a phone.
Well, did you guys not watch Thor: Love and Thunder?
I don't remember that movie.
If you have one of those magic pieces things, you can fucking just use the Bifrost now. So Thor. Yeah, everybody. They all get like a magic weapon, and if you have one of those magic weapons, you can just use the Bifrost.
Oh, they're all Thor now. I mean,
so they're all Thor. They're all Thor. You guys must not have remembered that. It must have been purged from your brain. I understand.
so epic.
I know. It is
I
horrible.
do not remember it.
Because that's why he gives what's her face Monier or whatever, and then I can't remember which weapon Valkyrie ends up with, but yeah, they're all like weapons that help them travel or whatever. But she doesn't have her weapon in this, so that doesn't, just like the other weapon part. Like, how did they, fix the hammer? Like, it makes no sense. Then the musical planet is there for no good reason either. Like, that's another sequence that could have been completely cut out.
I don't know. I think there were parts of the Marvels that was better than Thor cucking cancer, but
I will say it's better than the first film. Like, I've heard a lot of people say it's worse. I'm like, I don't know where you're getting that from. The first film is like unwatchable. This one at least has somewhat of a plot, and it's under 2 hours long, so it's got that going for it.
Okay, but what I distinctly remember during the movie that they did kiss, or there was a kiss on the cheek or something.
She kisses her on the cheek, and that's probably where that line would have come in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Right. Well, anyway, look,
I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, I think that the movie was better off losing all this shit. It's still a better movie for it. It's not a good movie, but it's a better movie for it.
No, I completely agree. It is funny though that they always add these things and then choose to remove them, either for an Arab market, because that's 9 times out of 10 when they always remove them, and they just leave these tiny little throwaway things in for the Western market. Yeah, or China. It is comical. It is very, very comical. But I thought we would all enjoy that as a quick breezy topic, just kind of thrown in there.